Go Rondora, I say. Amama Seta, Ashidu, Ashite, Ashu on vibrations, every bucka. May your mind, buckas, and souls be all. May your amits be sound. May your buckas be living off ground. When we keep to the breath, the orth, the mothor, the seon, the soul of Ra guides and keeps us all. Ayadma, I say Ra, the Ma'aed. Ella Ise El Se I Christ Ore Chaplain Tata Amin Se Otara, the sound Messiah. I am my truth awareness, true talk. Can be a part of the greatest transfer of my elf. That's intelligence, almonology, ta'angodu. This is sound logic. And with all that being offered to you, being a fool is absolutely your choice. Today is Ray 1913. This is the crypto shit shower update, reminding you that the blockchain is not a financial umbrella that you can hold and prevent shit from head. All right, we got Bitcoin sitting at 914, just above, but below 915 for now. I wonder why. If you were participating in the crypto shit shower update yesterday, we would have said it had to be above 914. So 1 day later, we got another $100. Just like I told you, we got the kagodora indicators happening. Okay? The daily resistance goes up by $100 and the par expectation goes up $1,000. Here's why. Let's go to the Mathorian Kagodora. Reminding you right now to go to Google, go to Apple. You know what? I would love for somebody who has an iPhone to go to Apple right now and say, you know what? I went there, but I can't see your app. And you know what? You would be right. Because that was the first thing I did when the app went down. I said, I do not want anybody complaining and saying all of a sudden they bought an app that wasn't working after no one has bought an app from the Apple yet. All right? So, anyways, we'll be getting that done. Go to jesus.com. You can get on there too. Solarization program so you can understand or understand the sound logic view and help you get to understand how the markets are moving. Being able to decode the markets just with the kagodora. So listen, 1935. Okay, you see above there we have the numerology, number 5. That also can be associated with gematria, right? If you have a name or anything you want to use, number 5 is there for you. That also, number 5 represents where we are in our power bar. That's right, our electromagnetic field. These numbers 1 through 9 represents the energy level. They also represent the priming of Ra. Remember, we describe it as a sexual organ, okay, that primes and is about to deliver its ka. Okay, that means origin of motion to your ka. All right, but you see the 5, you see the 1913. All right, so if we take that 1913, okay, we then can say Bitcoin has to be above 91.5. Okay, you got that? Maybe you don't. Here's the 5 up here. You take the 9 and the 1, and you have 500. We're in the 19s now. Okay, so when you combine them to get the number 1, this gives you the par value of 100,001, 100,002, 100,003, 100,004, 100,005. As Bitcoin goes up, the expectation goes up. We can now add zeros to the expectation, right? Or if it goes down, we can decrease the zeros. Okay, but how we find the daily value on which, if Bitcoin's going to continue towards par or fall back below par. So if it's down, that means we are contemplating buying, right? And if it's above, heading above, we are getting ready to go to market. Okay, so this is how I get Bitcoin has to be above 91,500. Okay. Now, even still, you can do it this way as well. You can have the 91 and you can reduce the 1 and 3 to 4. So now Bitcoin has to be above 91,400. But if you do that, then you have to do that all the way through. So now Bitcoin yesterday would have had to be above 91,300. If it was above 91,300, then obviously you can expect upside. We deal with sound logic. If it's below that, then you can expect downside. Sound logic. Yes, it's a trap. They can be pulling you down to go up and pulling you up to go down. But we deal with sound logic. So we deal with the motion, how Bitcoin is moving. All right? We're not about chasing Bitcoin. We're about having some kind of expectation where we are and understanding that Bitcoin is following us. Okay? When we get that, then we are in the driver's seat. Bitcoin dances for us. We're not dancing around the charts trying to catch Bitcoin or any other alt. Let's go back to the charts. Over here. All right. So we see Bitcoin has dropped down to 91.3. It's having a hard time. Look where it wicked. Okay, look where it wicked to. Right? It wicked up above 91.5, 91527. You see that? And it came down. Like, how the fuck is that? People, please. Buckus, please. I know one Buckus gonna make a comment on this. But I mean, come on. Come on. Where in the charts, where in any seasoned vet, where are all these YouTubers, anybody in the markets, anybody, any device, any calendar, anything, bring it on. Because like I told you, every single fabric of a draconian's reality is to go against Ra. Number one is to be in place of Ra. So that means to operate under that false authority and use that false authority to consume the kingdom. I know this because I'm of it. All right? I'm of Ra. So I feel it. I know it. I experienced it many, many, many times. Okay? So I know how this shit operates. And I dropped this kagodora onto this planet. Okay? Restored it. Because it was always here. Trust me on that. It was always here. We had sundials before. I just figured out how to I just fucking mapped it out. That's all I did. No brains, people. Didn't take too much. I figured out. I mapped out a sundial and I put it on a cat. Come on, people. And you don't think this is worth $17? Go to Google, go to Apple, download this app. Okay, go to almondra.com, get the PDF. Sorry, go to almondra.com. There's no PDFs. That happens at jesus.com. You can get the poster delivered to you, the wall calendar style delivered to you, and or the desktop delivered to you. Okay? You got that. And get this in your hand and give us some power. Because what we say goes. If the kagodora is controlling shit, and I can put this in politics, I can put this in anywhere, any institution, and it doesn't matter. The kagodora is going to dominate. Okay, the kagodora is going to be what it is. It's going to expose things for what it is. Okay, and everything is an energy. Okay, and Ra is here. It's back. It's in view. That's why there's clouds, because they don't want you to see the Ra-ed Seon, the red sun, the Ra-ed Seon. Okay, they don't want that. It's all about your eyes, because you're optically programmed. The minute you see Ra, then your senses activate. You now no longer want to see shit. You want to be shit. You understand that? And only to be something, you have to feel like it. Okay? And eyes can't give you a feeling. They just maybe give you a desire, a wanting to feel. You understand this, people? We got to get out of our eyes. Right? Because if you're looking at these charts, you're going to be flip-flopping all over the place. You need to deal with energy. Okay? Okay, let's just say I have a bet on right now. Okay? If I have a bet on right now, okay, I would be wanting to bet that BTC is going to break the resistance. You understand that? Right? Okay, that's what I want, because I want Bitcoin to be par. Right? I want Bitcoin to get to where I can sell my shit. I want Bitcoin to get to the market price. And I set the market price as above $100,000. Okay, and escalating by $1,000 every ray to eventually being the value, the full value of the ray, which in this case, people, another reason why you need to hope and vote for this. Imagine Bitcoin $191,000 today. $191,200. Imagine Bitcoin being worth $191,200 or $300 to Ray. We're on 1913. I was looking at 1912. Imagine that. Just imagine that. Imagine that. Okay, just imagine that. This is what you're voting for when you go and you keep the kagodora. Okay, this is what you're voting for. All right, this is what you're voting for. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. We don't need to be too long. All right, we got our indicators now. Okay, we know Bitcoin is nowhere near the Luke zone. Okay, it's got to break 91.5. Okay, it's got to break 91.5. If we utilize, this is what we're going to do. We got the high resistance, okay, which is 91.5, and we have support, which is the reduced to 91.4. Okay, so right now, BTC is inside support. It's underneath resistance. Okay, we just created the very same lukewarm zone we did in the upper echelons getting into the market. We now, boom, just created a lower level, drop of zero, Luke zone. Okay, this is called the candy zone or the lobby or the elevator. I don't know. But it's not the Luke zone. The Luke zone's taken. Okay, we'll figure this out. All right, but I just banged it. Watch, I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, right now we're at 91,488. We're under 91.5. Okay, let me take you back. Okay, so look, 915. Okay, you see how I did that? I go 915. Remember, everything is reversed. So all I'm doing is I'm a mirror reflecting back at the draconians. Everything that they are doing to go against Ra, I am flipping it. Okay, and I'm making it go against themselves because Ra owns the sounds that they are masking. So if the face is there, then how can the mask have power over the face? Come on, people, you're not dealing with a little. Okay, that's fine. I don't need to go there. I don't need to be like that. Okay, so I got the 915 because I'm going backwards. Remember, they would say 91 Remember here? Remember here, you got a little treat right here if you were following the kagodora, all right? So anyways, we go the other way to get them. All right? 915. Okay? Or 911 plus 3 is 4. All right? You got that. The same thing here. 4 would be the resistance. 3 would be support. 3 would be resistance. 2. The 2. 1 and 1. 2 would be support. Okay? 2 would be resistance. 1 would be support. 9, 1. Okay? You got that. Okay? 1 would be resistance, 99 would be support. Okay? 8 would be resistance, or 9 would be resistance, 98 would be support. Okay? 98 would be resistance, 97 would be support, 917 would be support. Okay, so this means 91,700 would be support, 91,800 would be support. So what did I tell you about between 7 and 9s would be higher? So again, it follows suit. Bitcoin's expectations also goes higher. You understand that, people? Okay, I've put this planet back on its spiral, let's just say. Okay? To say I Rael. Okay, that's what it is. I put this planet back on to say I Rael. This means you say to the inner you, what you call the spirit, I call it Amit, an Amit. Okay? I say I am the element of Ra. That means to be an element means you need to be able to be magnetically charged. That's what constitutes an element, something that can be charged, something that can take energy from Ra, solar energy. Okay, if it cannot take on a solar energy, then it's not an element. It's just that simple. Okay, people, you understand that? So we are in Say I Rael. Okay, not a spiral. Okay, spiral would be say parasite I. Okay, would be Ra'al. Remember, everybody wants to be Ra. So Ra, the word to replace Ra is God. So then it would be say I God Al goal. I got you, people. It's time to support me. Okay, it's time. Okay, and by getting these things, it's not me as an individual. You need to get away from that. This is way bigger than me. Way bigger than me. Okay? And bigger than you too. All right? Much bigger than Bitcoin. Okay? We're going to go back to the markets. Okay? So Bitcoin is still struggling to get over this magical number that yours, Christ Story Chaplain Tata Amin Seota Ra has come up with this, whatever you want to call this gimmick that I got, a kagodora. Oh, what's a kagodora? What's a kagodora? You guys are playing here. You know that we can have this whole entire world wrapped up. You actually know that these Draconians want me to succeed? That's absolutely, exactly, people. In a fucked up way, they want me to succeed because they need some fucking direction. They need something, a true opposition, a true fight. You understand that? But they ain't no fighting anymore when Ra's here. Everything is in order. Order. Okay, order. Nobody is against Ra when Ra is present. Nobody. Nothing. Nothing is going to fight Ra when Ra is present. And we as the people bring Ra present here. We have to represent Ra. They're representing Ra right now, going doing whatever they fucking wilt. Under Israel? Come on, people. I have no problem saying I am Israel. It's me. I am the ambassador for Ra. Nobody can dispute this. You might not like it. You can't dispute it. You understand this? It's me who's going to correct and bring all the groups, Draconians too, together and figure this shit out. It's me. They got it all written in their books. It's me, the outsider. Who else is the outsider? Who else? Who else? Who else is the outsider? Someone coming in from outer space? Come on, people. Bitcoin has just broke 91.5. So if I was betting, I would be up. Right? Right? You could have also put you could have also, if you knew this magical number, you could have put a short right on that line, 91.5. Okay? It would have wicked it, came down, you would have gotten whatever you would have gotten. You would have gotten something because it was playing down low, trying to act like it was coming back down, wasn't it? Right. Okay? All right. So this is what I'm talking about, people. Go get the kagodora. Okay? Help give it more life. This is just it. We need people who are physically keeping it, going, buying it, looking at it, being conscious of what ray it is, being conscious of the ma'antara. Not the mantra, the ma'antara, which is your say, go, all of that stuff. Okay? It's got lots of tools. It needs lots of life. Everybody who utilizes the kagodora has their own unique experiences that they'll be able to expose and extract and share with the Thorians, the Mathorians that we are. Okay? You got that. We are Mathorians. Okay? So let's go, people. Good betting, happy betting, whatever betting. But don't forget, the blockchain is not a financial umbrella, all right? You're going to get shit on head. One way or the other. You out in this weather, shit somehow has an opportunity to get together with you, all right? The only thing that can protect your head is sound logic, and that's inside. That's something you hold inside, all right? So anyways, the markets, like I said, liquidity, they're not financing the bots too much, okay? There's not too much liquidity in the markets. However, liquidity has to come back into the markets. There is no choice, okay? They have absolutely no choice with everything that is happening in the world right now, okay? Like clockwork. They're going to stash all of their money in the markets. This is what they do. Okay, this is just what they do. There's nowhere else to put it. Okay, because it's all fake shit. There's nowhere else to put it. Okay, so it's coming to the markets. All right, so, now is the time. As long as Bitcoin is below $96,000, it's a buy. The minute it starts getting into par, it is time for you to start selling. If you got 10, you sell 1. If it keeps going up, you sell 2. Keeps going up, you sell 3. Keeps going up, you sell 4. Keeps going up, you sell 5. Stop going up, you sell all the rest of the 5 you got. Okay? And then you hope you don't get caught out. But if it drops, you got money, you can buy. Okay, but if you're tied up in the markets and it's not in the direction that you want, you're stuck. You can't do shit. Another reason why you need the kagodora. All right, you got that. So we're not in par. We're not in the Luke zone. The markets will start to go up. As long as we're not above 100,000, we're still looking at 80,000 when we look in that rearview mirror. Still can see it. Still can see it. All right, so there's no excuses here. All right, this thing is a trap. It always is, always will be. Okay, if you have the kagodora, you will recognize the trap lines. Okay, we got the lukewarm zone, which is a major trap. Everybody gets trapped in the Luke zone. Everybody sells when they should be buying and buying when we should be selling. So now we've established it. Okay, we have our daily resistance and support lines. Okay, and we have our daily par expectation. And then, of course, you have just my insights. Okay, the way I read shit. Okay, all the reason to support. We got lots of things that we're trying to build. Okay, that's going to benefit you, give you a different perspective, sound point of view. All right, so go to jesus.com, aminra.com. Don't forget, we got the erectionary, because those words in the dictionary die your erection. We're teaching you to kagodora. That's the language that speaks motion. Your etheric compass deals with your mental health. That's right. Your mental health is directly tied to your etheric compass. So you got to reorientate yourself back to sound bottom. We do that at jesus.com. All right. I don't consent to draconian state, nor should you hashtag that in your post, thought, sport, that spawns intelligence instead of fungi.org. Let's do this. Support Bitcoin. I don't know what to expect other than up. All right. That's what I expect. All right. You know why? Because the kagodora says so. I'll tell you why it says so. Here's the logic. We're at number 5. Okay, it's a Monday. Number 6, and actually, we could be at 14 already. Let me just check. We could actually be at 9:14 already, because we're not on the Gregorian time here, folks. We are on kagodora time. And let me refresh this. Because remember, no, we're on 9:13. This is 9:13. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, 9:13. We're good. Getting ahead of myself here. Getting ahead. All right. So let's get back here. Right. Yeah. So we're at 5. Okay. So now there's 6. This is the last day before pressure. Pressure 7. So usually they have the high between 7 and 9 and the low. You understand that? Okay, we've had it where the low was on 7 and by 9 it was the high, and we've had it just recently 7 was the high and they started bringing it down. We had a low on the 9 and 1. We always know 9 ones, they're cashing. Okay? They're paying themselves. Okay, as we get paid, they get paid. Okay, when we get the electric magnetic field is up, that's when they like to do shit. Okay, that's just the way it goes. Okay, when the electric magnetic field is up, they create misery. Okay, so all of that energy goes to repairing. Instead of evolving and building, it's repairing. Okay, all the energy is always about maintaining a low. Okay, instead of us maintaining a high. And if you go by the kagodora, you got to see it for what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get Bitcoin to maintain a high. I want it to maintain certain levels. This is what I'm putting out there. I just blocked Bitcoin. I just blocked Bitcoin on your asses. I put the thing there, people. I did that. I can claim that shit. I really literally can claim that shit because I said it. Because the kagodora is here. I put the calculation so I know what I'm dealing with. I know Bitcoin is attached. Okay? I know this. It's a parasite program. It's software. And if you're thinking on it, then you're carrying that program. It's just the way it is, people. This is why you need sound logic as your filter. Okay? So the logic says it's got to go up today and it's going to go up tomorrow. Why? So they could have something to take back when we get into the 7, 8s, and 9s. When the energies, we've had solar flares on an 8, we've had solar flares on a 7, we've had solar flares on a 9. I'm sure we've had solar flares throughout any day of the week. We get solar flares. But I'm just talking consistency here. Okay, on an average, the way the cycle goes, Ra operates like a male sexual organ. Okay, and there is an arousal period, there's a climax, and then there's an ejaculation. We call this ejaculation a CME. Okay, corona mass ejection. Okay, That's what we call it. Okay, so we're getting an injection from the ejection. Okay, 7, 8s, and 9s. When this occurs, this is when world events, just misery, just shit happens, okay? This is the way it goes. Okay, instead of you being elated, they want you miserated. Okay? And during the week, or during 1s to 5s, this is when Draco will claim. So if the markets are up at it, you're not you're not thinking about how I'm thinking. It's my world doesn't exist to most of you. So you're thinking everything is due to what you see. So you're gonna, if the markets are up, you're up. That's just it, right? If the markets are down, you're down. That's just it, right? But you don't know why the markets are up other than what they tell you. Oh, BlackRock buying, Micah Saylor buying, like whatever they tell you, you're good. This launch, new collaboration, like whatever, you're good with it. Okay, I don't operate like that. I don't. I'm with the kagodora. Okay, I, I move with motion. Okay, this is what I'm listening to, the motion. Okay, let's just see if Bitcoin is still above. I hope it is. I really do. Okay, yeah, 91. So what did we say? As long as Bitcoin's above 91.5, it's gonna stay above that, and it's gonna be upward. Okay, what you call bullish. Okay, you got that. And if it's below 91.4, then it's going down. Okay, right? You got it? So right now it's being marked up. So that means people are selling their Bitcoin. They've been able to have it for a lot cheaper and a lot more of it than you and I. Okay, so they don't gotta wait for it to get up to 100,000. They're making their shit right now. Okay, that's the only reason why it's going up, because it's being marked up. Okay, it's being marked up. So after a markup, there's a mark down. You understand this, people? Okay, but we have a whole Gregorian year, and we still have, you know, well, I can't calculate it, but it's under 360. All right, we have under. All right, I'll make the calculations. Okay, so 1800, we are at 1913, so it's 113. So we're 287 days remaining in the Gregorian calendar. Okay, or 187 days remaining in the Gregorian calendar. That's right, 187. That's right, because it's 360, 180 minus 100 and whatever I just said. Okay. All right. Maybe we're 200 and something. Whatever it is, we're far ahead, and there's lots of time to mark Bitcoin up. It's going up. They have to. I've warned you. Have your Bitcoin, have your alts. Don't get locked out. You're better off having something in the market, worth little until it rises than, it rising and you're not even being able to access it, let alone buy it. All right. This is True Talk. This is Sound Logic. This is the Crypto Shit Shower, giving you the truth, the sound logic that the blockchain is not a financial umbrella that you can hold and prevent shithead.